my line. I like that.
That is 18-year-old guitarist Grace Bowers and her band, the Hodge Podge, performing Tell Me Why You Do That from their debut album. It's called Wine on Venus. Bowers, who's been called a prodigy and a phenom, began her career posting videos of herself playing music from a really young age. This year alone, Bowers has performed on stage with iconic artists like Dolly Parton and Lainey Wilson. She also, folks, made her Grand Ole Opry debut and is nominated for an Americana Music Award. Grace Bauer joins us now, first on CBS Mornings. Good morning.
Yes. And congrats.
Thank you.
Yes.
So, Grace, you know, I've been following you since you were in your room, posting videos of yourself, learning songs and playing music. And now you have your first album out. You've played at Eric Clapton's Crossroads Festival. You've met if you guys remember, Grace told me that she, one of her idols was Slash, and she saw Slash playing and she thought he was so cool and wanted to play like him. You've met Slash.
Yeah.
What has the last couple of years been like for you?
Crazy busy, but busy in the best possible way because I've just been getting to do all these things that I never thought I'd be able to do, and I prove myself wrong every day.
You do?
Yeah.
You prove yourself wrong every day. You think this is as good as it gets, and then the next day it gets better.
It one-ups itself somehow, yeah.
I love that for you. So this new album, it's called Wine on Venus, and we talked a little bit about your influences. Tell me what influenced this album and your style and your sound.
Yeah, well, when we were in the studio making this record, I was really listening to lots of like Funkadelic and Sly and the Family Stone, and I think that really like came out in the record because it's very much so like a throwback with like a modern twist on it, I would say. So yeah, I think it has more of like an older sound to it for sure.
I'm fascinated by your story based on Vlad's enthusiasm for you because he said, you know, when she first started, to be frank, she wasn't that great, but she just kept at it. But what is fascinating to me is that the speed in which you become so good that they're now calling you a phenom, a prodigy. What made you think, Grace, when you're in your room, that I can do this and I want to do this? What was your thought process back then?
Yeah, honestly, well, when I first started playing and especially when I first started posting, I was like, frankly, like really self-conscious of myself. And yeah, I was too scared to like even post my face online.
Is it weird to see your face just now, like on the?
Well, now I'm totally used to it now, but like back then it was really hard for me. But the more and more I like push myself out of that comfort zone, and the more and more I did it, people online they can be nasty, but I got a lot of.
They're really horrible. You can't pay any attention to those guys. Haters are called.
Got a lot of great comments.
But when you're on stage, you really are in your happy place.
Yeah.
What is it about this, what you do, that you love so much? Because it's all over your face when you're on stage.
Well, my favorite thing is playing live. Like,
playing live.
Like being in the studio is one thing. Doing studio work is like, I love that. But playing live is like really where, like that's where my love for the instrument comes from, is doing it in front of other people.
Yeah.
And especially like improvising on the spot. That's my favorite part about it.
Yeah.
Tell us about your song, Madam President. And has it sort of taken on a new meaning? Because you did this before. You actually had a female presidential nominee.
Right, yeah.
Did you send it to Kamala Harris already?
We're trying to get her to hear it. I would love for her to hear it. But yeah, that's a song that was written months ago. And it was about, like, the lyrics are about things that we want to see change that haven't changed. So it mentions, like, soaring housing prices, homeless problems, struggling to be an artist. But then there's one line that I wrote, like, well, we've never seen a Madam President before. And that was kind of, I think that's the last line of the second verse. And it's, like, a very powerful line. And we decided that that's what the song's going to be named. And then flash forward to like a few weeks ago, we actually have a possible female president, so it's definitely taken on a new meaning.
Yeah, you've been, going back to when you first sort of broke onto the scene, you've been very vocal about the issues that you care about. You've marched for violence, gun violence, something that's important to you. So I love that you're thinking about that, which is also kind of a throwback. Like a lot of young artists are not as politically aware as you are. So look, the album was produced by John Osborne, of course, of Brothers Osborne.
We like him.
We have a surprise for you, Grace. We have a little surprise for you. Can we roll that surprise?
Well, how about for your 18th birthday, you make your Opry debut. Would you want to do that for your 18th birthday?
What?
Your Grand Ole Opry debut on your 18th birthday. I think we should.
Happy Opry Day!
Opry Day.
The Opry Day, it was a surprise for us to see you be surprised, is what I meant to say. What was that like? What was it like working with him? We love Brothers Osborne.
Yes, very much.
I can't imagine making it with anyone else. Before I got this idea to make it, I was looking for other producers and I was meeting with lots of people and they were all great. But the moment I sat down with John and we talked through it, I made my decision right there. This is the guy that I want to produce this. And
Bravo, great.
it worked out,
Bravo.
and he's great in the studio. He brought so many great ideas.
Can we just say we love your look? And then I said, who did that? Your mom's
Your mom,
stylist.
Lisa,
Mom has
here,
excellent taste.
who's been both your parents.
You look fantastic.
Such strong supporters
Yes,
of you.
yes.
We're so proud of you. We're so
we
happy for you.
Thank you.
You're
Don't
gonna
forget
win
about us.
awards. Yeah, don't forget about us. But you're a big star.
That's
which you are.
BLAD.
CBS Mornings.
Yes.
Grace Bowers, thank you. Wine on Venus is available now wherever you like to buy your music or stream it.